the last
part 3,
episodes.
my darlings. You're absolutely
please.
right. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Yes, we are back with what? Part 3 out here in these streets. Don't forget to drop it down in the comments. Aretha, let's go, my darling.
The Danity Kane ladies,
Yes.
that's what you touched on.
Danity
Now,
Kane.
that was really heartbreaking when that lady started crying. But at the same time, there was an element of Stockholm syndrome because she seemed to have a weird loyalty to Diddy.
Yes.
She spoke about him quite favorably. But at the
Yes.
same time, this is a man who couldn't give you 5,000. You even said, please let me borrow. You didn't say, let me have. I will pay back 5,000. And he said, I don't have it right now because I'm doing some things. For $5,000.
You know, I tell you this, and it's a horrible part about show business. I have gotten a little bit inside to see what it is. It's not like, you know, having an educated career. When I say that, as in that you can go and get your bus driver license, you get your classes and you qualify. You go to university to study business or whatever, you qualify. Entertainment is not that. Entertainment, you could be out here in these streets for years, and then it's a hit song, it's a hit record. You have the puppet masters that you have to answer to. Regardless of how talented you are, you will see yourself being passed on by people that are talentless and getting all of this because they are born into the industry, they know people, this, that, and the third. And so you find yourself kissing a lot of butts. And for a long time, I'm not going to lie, for a long time I was sad because I felt, for me, why didn't you make it in Hollywood? Because you had the talent, you had this, you had that. It was when this Diddy thing really came out, because I worked with him on one music video, nothing this thing, but I met him, I thought he was fantastic, whatever Jello was there, she was dating him at the time. And I was thinking, but why didn't I? Because I went for the auditions, I had the talent. And I realized it doesn't have anything to do with talent.
Indeed.
And if you can stomach kissing the puppet master, you might get somewhere. And this is where all of them, Danity King and all of them were. You saw how all of them walked from Manhattan to Brooklyn, or from Brooklyn to Manhattan to go and get him
cheesecake
or cheesecake or whatever. That's the kind of nonsense you cannot do with medical doctors.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Exactly.
What I'm saying, but I make the rules, you do what I gotta do. It's the same thing in model industry, the same thing with singer-songwriters, as you very well saw, the same thing with actors. Even this YouTube, 8 years I was out here in these streets before I went viral. You got to love it. You got to love this. You got to love it. Everything else.
Yeah.
And that's a huge sacrifice.
Yes.
And I said, you know what? I really do want to get married and have a child. We were on yet another actor's strike. And now when I look back, God paved the way for me to leave. He said, for me, because you will be here and you'll get to a certain age and look back and you would have lost the opportunities to have done other things with your life. And so when we had that actor's strike, coincidentally was when Ula proposed. And I said, you know what, for me, live your life, mama. Move on. The talent is in you. You took it with you. It's not LA. LA does not hold your talent while you go. You came with the talent, you're going to leave with your talent. But it only solidified and made me make the easier decision that, you know what, for me, go.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. That's why you have Vivica Fox. I will tell you, my greatest regret was I didn't have a child.
Yes, I saw that interview with her. I felt bad for her.
I feel so sorry for her because she was chasing this dream. And in chasing the dream, it makes it a situation where you sacrifice other things. I got right under the garage door. The garage door was coming down. And I got right under it. And when I say that, I mean, I got married, I had my baby, and I had my career. Had I sacrificed everything and stayed in California, I would have lost everything. I would have lost. And that was what happened to this girl that was saying that she asked for the 5,000. He didn't give her anything. There are sacrifices, because did they have anything of their careers? Not necessarily. No.
Exactly.
Did anything come out of it? No. Diddy took their careers and also hurt their lives.
Exactly. And they're not financially better off. You know, you've touched on something really beautiful there, because I think sometimes, Antoine, you don't even know your blessing or your gift in the beautiful message that you just gave. Because just as you were saying that, I was thinking, it's a myth. You know, they say the world, the devil, like, will give you a myth. And hasn't society told us now time and time again that, oh, if a woman is past 30, she's over it.
Yeah.
Look at you, like you said. I see the comments. People are you sure? Fumi, are you sure? We need
Yes.
proof. We don't believe you're 50. And it's true. You are the most radiant. I didn't come into myself. I don't believe I came into myself until I was 40. My friend told me that.
I told Fumination the other day. I even told the young little baby girls of 22, 3, 4. I said, you're having sex. You don't even know what lovemaking is. You don't even know it to yourself. You don't even know what you want. You need what gets you blooming.
Going. Exactly.
Until your 40s.
Exactly. Exactly. And what you just said is beautiful, because I feel like they give you a myth, because there's certain women that I look at. Exactly. They sell you a lie. And what I see with Cassie, and why I think Cassie is brilliant, is because, you know, even that girl that asked for the 5 grand said she saw it, that when Cassie saw her pregnant, Cassie said, see, this is what I want. I want the babies. I want the, because Cassie knew. So I really want this to be.
She was getting older.
Exactly.
And Cassie had 8 abortions with Diddy. Did you
really?
know that?
I did not.
He aborted every single one of them. And then she had a breast augmentation. The breast augmentation was too big. He went to the doctor and said, take it out. And the doctor said, that's impossible. It cannot be even under 24 hours. It's unethical. He said,
exactly.
Take it out. He took it out and then died by driving over a cliff in California.
What? The doctor died?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I heard that she took a big out.
I covered Diddy's case when he got arrested, and when before he got arrested, when they raided his houses. I was like, what's going on here? Again, like I said, I had a personal interest, because you see, when okay, I tell you, I was modeling in New York. Yeah, I lived in New York for 10 years, and I was modeling out in New York. This was the transition where, with the modeling, especially when you were not like a big model at the time, which I was not, you did everything. You did catalog, you did magazine, you did newspapers, you did music videos.
Partying in the background.
In the background kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that money, you understand me, was never great. The agency called me and said, Fumi, Diddy wants black girls. And they wanted dark-skinned girls, which was rare. They were usually light-skinned. And he said, I think that they will live for you. When I got there, but we're talking about 1999, they were paying us $20,000.
No.
Yes. They were paying us
big today.
Okay. Then it was huge. Then it was, I said, what? That would be my rent for the year. Yeah. I went in there, bells and whistles, looking flawless. In those days, you had like the panel that was here. Yeah. So you would walk up to them, and then when you turned, you had your number and your name pinned to your back of the t-shirt. So that as you were walking off, I'm just trying to wait. Hold on. I'll use Adrian's this thing. So that as you were walking off, they would throw your number up. So that when you got to the end, they'll say, you go this way. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. And then they would come and say, what was your agency? What was your booker? Blah, blah, blah. You're booked. Okay. They always let the model know. We were so excited because I was going to California for the first time. I didn't even know it was Cali. I was going, and Diddy, that's what I'm trying to say. I was invested. We traveled first class. They came to come and pick us up. The hotel, I think I almost want to say we were in Beverly Hills. It was fantastic.
All on Diddy's tab. I just want to be clear.
Yes, we were about 6 of us.
And this is the same Diddy that gave $100.
If I find old pictures, and I think I do, I still have to do my life in pictures.
Please, we need it.
If I find old pictures, I'll throw it up. I will never forget. Even wardrobe, and I don't have it anymore. They give me a sexy skirt. I think it was Prada. So you can have it.
Oh.
We had wardrobe, we had hair, we had makeup and everything. We were there for 3 days. We filmed for 3 days. Diddy came to come and say hello to all of us. Welcome, this or whatever. How you doing? This is how he would just come up like this. How you doing? How you doing? He'd be bopping. I said, look at this little guy. Because Diddy was small. And I liked him. We had our own driver. He was our only two bus driver. He drove us. Oh my God, that they messed up my name. If I find it, Desalu, whatever. Top of the line. To the point that I met Fran Drescher in first class when we were flying to California. It was top tier for all 6 models. And again, I might not have the numbers right or whatever, but I remember myself and one other dark-skinned girl. If I find the pictures, I'll post it. Needless to say, the experience was fabulous. I took pictures with him. We had laughed, we had talked. I said, Diddy, I've not even got a picture with you. I'll take a picture with you before I go. You know, it was in this picture that we took. He said, Fumi, come to the house. We're going to have a rap party for the video. And I said, I'll never forget. I had such a good time. I said, no, I don't drink. I don't want to go there and make other people feel as if, because, Fumi goody 2 shoes, make us. Yeah. I knew. You understand me? It wasn't my thing. I was always about the art. I love the cinematography, how they put the camera on a dolly. I absorbed everything in like a sponge. I was just, my God, I'm in California. I'm on a movie set. I'm on this or whatever. Jennifer Lopez, this, that. I lived for it. My belly was full. So I said, I'll go home. And going home was going to the hotel. I mean, the following day, this same driver took me to Melrose, where I bought 1 or 2 little things and everything. I was taking pictures and stuff like that. I came back to watch the wedding of Edward and Sophie. Check it. They married in 1999. It was a Saturday because I sat and watched it before I took the flight back home. This was 1999. It was when Diddy's case began to come to light that I understood a couple of things. That Fumi, you are always a good actor. You are always and will always be good with your television hosting. That has come to proof in you doing your YouTube channel here. You built this by yourself. And it could never happen to you the way that you thought, because I just was not going to bow down to nobody.
You weren't willing to play that dirty game.
I wasn't willing. And that gave me some sort of release. But that was how it went down. That was why I was so invested in this thing. Because it's like you and I have done this, then Fumi is going to jail. And then you're not interested in the case. You're like, I don't understand. I met her. I worked with her. I did this. That was why I personally was invested. And it was until this docu-series that came out that made me realize Diddy didn't care about his mother.
But let me ask you a question, because that's interesting, because it almost sounds like the Diddy that we met in this Reckoning video, would you say that's the same Diddy you met back in 1999?
No. The Diddy that I saw in back in the day was somebody who was just trying to, make it. I think that it was the happiest of his times, as a matter of fact. I think that he loved what he did. I think he loved the industry. I think he loved the music. I think he loved his surroundings. Diddy did not even drink or take alcohol.
They said that in the video. They said he never.
He never did. Because he was about the art. He was about the love of it. Because remember, Pharrell, Andre fired him, and he thought he'd never make it, not knowing that it was in him to do it regardless. And I think that he did not turn into this monster. It was something that was gradual. Something snapped. And I say that because there's somebody I know that was the sweetest person. And this person turned into somebody that I don't even want to be in a room with.
Really?
And I realized that childhood traumas, gotta be careful with them. Gotta be careful with children.
Yes.
Because children will grow up and somewhere, somehow, they will snap.
Yeah, unresolved issues will replay itself in the most hideous way.
The trajectory of that will bring out a side of them that even they did not know.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that.
Somehow, Diddy snapped. Where, when, whatever. Even the trial could have brought out the monster in him that, yes, I survived this.
Exactly.
And he could have just said, I'm invincible. I can do anything I want. You see, a wild beast does not need to contain their personality. They fart, they eat, they kill, they kill. It's monstrous. And we think that we are higher class animals that should not behave like that. And when you behave like that, that's when that's Diddy.
Yeah.
The more he got away with things, the more he realized, I am going to make my rules.
Yes. 100%.
Darlings, we will be back for episode 4 on this. Yes.
4-part series. Okay.
Mwah. I love you. God bless.